This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Gemara in Brachas and Daf Mem Amud Beis discusses a halachic principle, and that is kol bracha she'ein ima shema machas ein bracha. Any blessing that does not have in it the name of God, or the fact that Hashem is sovereign over the universe, is not a blessing. In other words, every bracha has to have in it the name of Hashem and Melech HaOlam. So Tosfos asks on Daf Mem Amud Beis that the first bracha of Shemone Esrei flies in the face of this principle, because in the first bracha of Shemone Esrei you say bracha to Hashem, and you say Elokeinu v'Elokei Avoseinu Elokei Avraham Elokei Yitzchak v'Elokei Yaakov, and you don't say Hashem is Melech HaOlam. So here the Gemara has a principle, and the very first bracha in Shemone Esrei seems to violate the principle. So Tosfos says an amazing idea, and that Avol, says Tosfos, Elokei Avraham Havakamei Malchus. Saying that God is the God of Avraham is like saying Malchus. Why? The Avraham Avinu Himlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kol Ha'olam. Avraham Avinu made Hashem the king over the world. Not just Avraham recognized God as the king. In order to be a king, you have to have subjects. So Avraham Avinu was Mamlech Hashem over the world. Shahidia Malchusai. He made known God's sovereignty. So says the Tosfos, saying Elokei Avraham is tantamount to saying Melech HaOlam. That's a famous yesod of Tosfos. So every other bracha that we ever make is Melech, 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 Melech. There's only one bracha that we don't say Melech, and that's the first bracha of Shemone Esrei. Interestingly, the whole Shemone Esrei, you don't have not Baruch, not, you have it at the end, but you don't have it in the beginning. You don't have Melech, because it's all reliant on the very first bracha of Shemone Esrei, which says Elokei Avraham, which is tantamount to Malchus. So the Chida in the Pnei David says that the Chidush of Tosfos is Merumaz in the Pasuk. How's that? Because Hashem tells Avraham like this. He says, V'yescha l'goy gadol, and Chazal say that means that Avraham, I will give you special significance. That is what we say, Elokei Avraham. V'yescha l'goy gadol, v'avarechecha, I will bless you, say Chazal. That's what it refers to when we say Elokei Yitzchak. And then, V'agad lo shemecha is referring to that which we say, Elokei Yaakov. But the pasuk ends, and the pasuk ends, V'heyei bracha. So Rashi learns V'heyei bracha means b'cha choismin, that the bracha will end Magen Avraham, that even though we mentioned Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak, Elokei Yaakov, but the Yichasim will be only Elokei Avraham. But the Chida says a different shot. The Chida quotes the Mahari Ze'evi, who says that the Chidush of Tosfos is Merumaz in the Pasuk, meaning the Heyei Bracha. You, Avraham, will give the first bracha of Shemone Esrei its halachic status of a bracha. How does Avraham give the first bracha of Shemone Esrei the halachic status of a bracha? Through the fact that since Avraham was Mamlech Hashem in the world, and Elokei Avraham is tantamount to Malchus, so the whole Shemone Esrei, first of all, the first bracha of Shemone Esrei, and the entire Tefillah Shemone Esrei was shaft, was created, was allowed to be eligible through the hamulacha of Avraham Avinu. So the Heyei bracha is saying that Avraham Avinu, you will give Shemone Esrei the status of a credible bracha because you were Mamlech Hashem over the world, and therefore saying Elokei Avraham is tantamount to saying Melech HaOlam. Wishing everyone a great day.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.